Hey, what's up, guys? Um, I'm here to talk about the JPM play that was called out in the chat today and why I saw value in this, why I was watching the financial sector this week, why it caught my attention, and I also wanted you to understand the reasoning behind everything and my entries and what I'm going to be looking for tomorrow to see what's going to happen with the market, how I'm going to plan this trade. And again, I don't use any indicators. I don't use any small time frames besides the 15-minute chart and then the hourly charts. I chart based off the 4-hour charts, and everything is off zone. So uh, let's just go through this JPM real quick. So the last time I had talked about this was the fact that we had this trend right here, right? So we ended up coming down, trending down. I caught a few of these dips. The bot had alerted this in the premium group in Bueller's chat, and we caught some of these calls, right? So that was pretty awesome. The biggest thing here that you want to look at is the breakout, right? So any breakout in any type of pattern, which is a 1 minute, a 5 minute, a 10 minute, 3 minute, 15 minute, whatever charts you're doing, whatever indicators you're using in order to play a breakout, every breakout is the same. They break out, and the first thing you look for is volume, right? Some of you look for your stochastics to cross. Some of you look for the golden crosses, the 9 EMA, and the 21 cross. You guys look for all these things for your potential entry for the breakout. And the biggest thing you look for is the retest, right? So on bigger time frames, you are expecting the same thing. So expecting the bigger move on the bigger time frames is going to be a lot better for us in the long run, correct? Now, here we have this area where it based out right before the breakout. Right here at this 98 and 98.50, 98.40 area, we ended up breaking out, right? So the minute we did that, we pumped for 1, 2, 3 days, and then tried a fourth day. Yeah, if you would have swung it, you would have opened up in the green and sold it, took profits. That would have been a sweet freaking move, right? So we came back down, try to test this area right here, which is this point right here. We came down, tested this point right here, came down, tried to test the top of it, but failed. So we tested the bottom, right? So on Friday, we ended up right here at the bottom. It kind of bounced and then came back down, got rejected from the level. I'm assuming it's because it's a Friday. Nobody wants to get in anything. Nobody wants to hold over the weekend. But nonetheless, Fridays are always tricky. There are weird days where price action's a little off. You name it. So that's all that was, right? So basically today what happened in the market, we got this retest. We got it here playing in the zone. It held support, gapped up right into it. So as you can see right into it, right? So we gapped right into it. We came down, filled the gap, and we got bought up right here, right? So if you get in the, let's go in the 15-minute chart. We get in the 15-minute chart, you can see right here that it got bought up. It just became a little wick, and now we're pushing up. So if you would have grabbed Bueller's pre-market levels and you would have played the system correctly, this would have been hand in hand for you on all points right here, right? So came down, pushed up right here, came back down, retested, opened up right here at this 98.40 area, right on top of the zone. Plus pre-market right here, your safe entry could have been a little higher. Even if you would have done 99, you would have been okay. We still came up and we just created a pattern here. So we created this pattern and then we broke up, right? So this is a little flag right here. And this is where we enter right here. This is where we entered right here on this red candle right here. We entered on this red candle. I got in for 177. Posted the call out for 175. I ended up getting filled at 177. I just saw that it had a lot of strength. So for me, whether it was a good entry or a late entry, it wasn't a big deal because I still had my risk management. I still knew where I had my stop loss. I had drawn this trend line when I called it, and I saw it build, and the volume was not selling pressure. So there was nothing about this that was saying that it was going to drop down, especially if you see XLF, BAC, GS, and C. They all pushed up today, and they all have the same pattern, and I will show you that just in a few minutes. So understanding this, that we had a flag, we got in, we got bought up at support, we broke the first one, we gapped up into it, and now we're testing this this resistance right here, right? So this is the first resistance that we're actually going to test. It's more of a speed bump zone. It's not a major area that we have to be so concerned about. But I did tell everybody to scale out, take profits, however you want, right? Because basically we got in at 177. The contract went up to $2. It ended up closing around $2.20, 25.30, around there. Nice little spread right before close. So you had the opportunity to take profits knowing that that chart was already posted and knowing that that was a slight resistance. And especially for any new trader that's a little emotional, having less stress overnight would have probably helped you if you would have taken that profit, because either way, with a 1K account going in for 177, the risk was small. I was willing to risk 0.70 of that one contract. So 0.70 from the 1K account, it's not a huge loss had I taken that loss. So well planned out, well executed, and now we're going in for the swing trade. Hopefully everybody is with me. I believe somebody took profits, somebody might not have, but it's okay. Either way, we are still in the green. We still executed this trade. We still understood the support, the price action going on here, and understanding the sector, right? So understanding the financial sector gives us a trading edge to holding this JPM from the bottom or from the middle, because we kind of grabbed it at the middle, right? So here is XLF. Okay, something I had charted with my guys a couple of days ago before I chose to go with the financial sector and Microsoft. I was showing this right here, so you can see this pattern, all these points right here, all these little points right here that lead up to this. Okay, so XLF, same thing is happening, right? So JPM had that breakout, came down, retested the bottom that it had from where it first broke out. So like I mentioned earlier, whether you're trading on a 5-minute, a 1-minute, 15-minute, you're always going to wait for that retest to get in at the bottom and set your stop loss right below, right? Because that is a safe play. It's a setup. That's how you play patterns. And on a bigger time frame, you're going to get the bigger move, right? So this is why we're taking this pattern. So understanding financial sector is on the same trend. We are taking the safe trade with a well executed plan, right? So look at this range. We break out, we push up, same thing as JPM, right? And I'll show you BAC right now. And then we create this downtrend, same as JPM, right? It tried to come down, it tried to consolidate, came down, consolidate, came down, finally retested, right? And then right here, we finally broke out right here. So the entry was right here. I had told my guys entry 2450. Okay, and then you just let it go up for XLF. Let this thing go up. So whenever this is moving, it's because the financials are moving up. This is like an ETF, kind of like if you were looking at SPY. So if you're looking at the FANG stocks and they're all moving up, then most likely SPY is moving up as well. Okay. So here's XLF. I'm expecting to get into this 25 range tomorrow. Hopefully we gap up. The market looks like it's rocking right now. Futures are green. Everything's looking solid. This market is still bullish. There's nothing bearish about it. And let me show you right now real quick. Okay, this is the ES chart. Okay, look at this. This is just going nonstop after it had this breakout of the all-time high. And like I always say, when you look for a breakout, just let it run. There is no ceiling on here. This is the market that just literally had a V-shaped recovery with a breakout to the top, and no bad news is going on. All the reports are bad. I mean, COVID is still around. You name it. Everything out there looks like the world is falling apart, and everyone's expecting another crash, another bubble, whatever you want to call it. YouTubers are loading up on shorts, and they want it to come down like way down here and then test some other low, and I don't know what else. I just hope that they're green on all their puts, because my calls are looking better. But that's plain and simple. This is a chart that's going up. Why would you want to short something like this? Okay, so I had entered a SPY call right here. Once I saw that this was breaking out, I entered while everybody else was bearish. I did send a warning shot though. Says if anybody's in calls, make sure you're hedging, because honestly, if you're gonna have overnight calls, you might as well hedge with SPY. You can hedge with gold, you can hedge with VIX, you can hedge with whatever you need to understand basically the opposite direction, and in case you're losing on something, you're going to gain the profits on another one. So that's how you have to understand how to manage risk. And again, for new traders, it's a little more on the emotional aspect when it comes to taking swings overnight. Don't stress. If you're going to enter a trade, understand the risk of what you're entering and how much you're entering with. It's either you're risking too much or you're not risking enough, one or the other. Either way, please do not take a trade if you're going to feel any type of emotion. And if you can't handle any type of little red days that we get right here, when I entered my calls, I was green for maybe like 15 minutes, and then all of a sudden I'm red. But again, the trend did not change on a bigger time frame, so I was comfortable. I got some time on SPY. I got to the 12th. I have a 340 call, so I'm looking good, and I'm still in the green. I'm still holding it. Yes, I'm up, and I'm gonna keep holding until this thing changes trend, and I'm just gonna trail it now. So my trail stop now is probably gonna be around right here, because I'm still gonna be green. As soon as this forms up here, this will be my base where I will most likely take profit and call that a day and just re-enter for another call. So JPM, right, we're in this for the swing. Let me just show you C. We're also in this one right here. Call this out right here at the bottom, like 49.50 area. Okay, it dropped down to 49, so ended up red. Nonetheless, it's a 50 call. We've got about till September 4th, I believe it is, or I think it's a month out swing. I got to go back and check. But nonetheless, we're still green. It's at 51 right now. Okay, let me just show you the bigger picture as to where it's at now. We bought in the range right here. Even though it was Friday and it sold off, it did not break with volume. Again, Fridays are weird days. So we're in the green. You can still enter. It's not a big deal. Just make sure you get some time and take profit. It's around right here, 53. Set your alerts, 53.50. Once we break here, we're going to go for another bull run, and we're just going to shoot up and then test all these right here. Of course, manage your risk. Understand that this is a range, and it's potentially, if it's 53, it will most likely go back down. So expect either direction. We're option traders. Learn to adjust, learn to get in with the proper setup, wait for a pattern to build before we break up. Okay, and let me just show you BAC real quick so you understand that they're all in the same spot. Okay, right here, same thing. XLF, JPM, C, all of them broke out of a range right here, pushed up, came down, created this pattern, and now we're breaking up. Okay, same thing. Target for BAC, little speed bump zone 26. Target 2650. Ultimate target, I would love to just see the financial sector just keep going. So as long as we know that this is the bottom, that we're having these breakouts, these pattern breakouts, we're good. We're gonna hold, we're gonna add, we're gonna scale out. We're just gonna keep trading this financial sector and wait for these patterns to appear. So again, here is the pattern, here is the breakout, here's the retest, here's a continuation. And to just get an extra confirmation, we have this pattern here that built momentum, that created more of a reason and a confirmation to just keep continuing the next day. Okay, so we're going to look for these levels here for tomorrow. Entry 100.30 and keep it even at 100. Okay, stop loss is 100. Hopefully we continue up. Most likely we will probably see that. Target 101.50 to 102.50. Okay, this is the next target. If we close up here, I am holding. I'm gonna keep holding and I'll probably scale out. I'll probably add right here a different contract and just hold my swing position. All right, so hopefully you guys understood the reasoning behind this play. Hopefully we can all make some money this whole week on financial sector. We'll keep you guys updated on all these plays. I'll call them out in the chat. And if you want to know more how to trade these breakouts, there's actually some more in-depth detail in the premium group chat where I explain exactly how to trade and how to swing trade these type of breakouts and how to trail them on different time frames, just like this one here. And let's just keep going, guys. And thank you for your time. And I hope you learned something. I hope these zones help you, whether it's you're trading on the 5-minute or the 10-minute, 1 minute, whatever you're trading on. Please have risk management 100%. And let's grow these accounts. All right, guys. Have a good one, guys. Thank you.